We're live.
Hey guys, this is Living Control here on This is the Public Services channel. So thank you for coming out, by the way, folks. I was here for Mark Rice. You want to get in here real quick, Mark Rice? So this is Mark Rice. He's a patriot. He was kicked out of the lobby at the police department here in Longwood, or Longwood as I like to call it. And today I'm here for my scheduled trespass appeal hearing, which I'm actually trying to get a continuance granted. That's what I'm actually here to hopefully get accomplished. And so we're about to go in here in about 3 minutes. I have to be on time, but I just want to let you guys kind of know what's going on. And one of the things I'm trying to do as well is the reason why I'm trying to get this continuance is because new evidence has come to light, and also I need to subpoena some witnesses that work for the city. Pretty important. So there's some pretty pressing questions that I would like to bring up, and I'm unprepared to do so today because I'm pretty sure I should get the continuance granted. So let's go find out.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Oh, not gonna miss it, man. Tired of this.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that. I kind of got confused just now because you mentioned, Shelley, you were going to speak on the phone. I was under the impression that the fence was closed out, and well, the AZ was another mistake. They originally gave us a violation for the AC.
No, sir.
But they wrote it up, and I said, we didn't do the AC. You're gonna have to go look at the date. Someone went and looked at the date, they said, oh, yeah, sorry.
The order, the only orders when that happens, so that you'll be found in violation of, were pertaining to obtaining a permit, filled in an in-ground pool without a permit, and that the fence has been repaired was after the date set in compliance.
Sure.
Number of days, that's all that was.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You decided they could say it's in compliance, we're not gonna pursue it, that's okay.
But I heard dollar amount of fines, and this is.
Right there in the order, you were served with, if you don't comply by a certain number of days, service of the order.
Which we
That's
also,
in the final orders.
We also talked about and again, this is over the phone, that because
Right.
the mail was going somewhere else, and when you got a hold of the realtor, we replied within a day.
Well, if you want to testify to any of this stuff, you're talking to Shelley, so I'm the magistrate.
Yes, sir.
It's
You
your
have to-
position that you didn't
Yes,
receive.
sir.
So I just want to be clear that there's no kind of dollar fines here.
There are fines.
There are fines, yes, sir.
You told me that that we could waive those if I took care of the fence and took care of items, and I said, we will do that, and we were over there within 2 days, which is at the time when we checked AC, and you took that one off and said, oh yeah, that was my mistake, sorry.
Yes, the mistake, I
Hold on,
issued
let
a
me
notice.
finish, please, I'm asking you. And I'm also hearing another mistake. I heard you apologize to the magistrate again. Sorry, that was my mistake. There was no wall that was being torn
Right,
down.
but you weren't cited, so, sir.
But there's been a lot of mistakes.
No, okay, all
And
right,
I'm the
so-
victim of those mistakes, so
Here it
I'm
is.
asking to be heard out here. That's
Okay,
what
why
I
don't you
came
hear,
here.
tell me, okay, we don't need to
Ma'am.
hear your case, okay,
That's
so
my-
I'm talking now.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, the purpose of asking, so you were served with the orders. The orders say what you were found in violation with, nothing to do with the wall, okay?
That's
Found in
correct.
violation of not having a permit to fill in pool, and you were found in violation of the fence. Testimony of the city, say there's a certain number of, you did come into compliance with the fence, there were 2 violations concerning the fence, you did come into compliance after the date set for compliance. So if you have testimony, we're not rehearing your case today, if you wanna say, no, I did come into compliance with the time, or there's some reason I didn't, or the city said I wasn't gonna have a fine, that's fine, you can testify to that. I also, wanted to be heard on the pool and the permit, I haven't heard anything like that. Things you weren't found in violation of, we don't really have to talk about, because there's no finding pertaining to those. Okay, so if you could address the things, I don't want, no violation, there's no problem, you weren't fined for any of those.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Maybe I was confused with that. It's very frustrating for me. Today's my son's orientation for college, 9 a.m. today, and I'm here. And it's frustrating because we're under contract to sell this property. I bought this property on January 7, 2025. I'm an investor. We bought on January 7, 2025 this year, and we're under contract. We've done a very very good job there, to make the house beautiful, everyone's appreciative, the neighbors, everyone. And, regarding, I'm going somewhere with this, regarding the pool filling, just so I understand correctly, I am cited for filling in a pool without a permit.
Right,
Is
that
that
was all,
correct?
yes.
Okay, so, again, we bought the house on January 7, 2025, this year. When we review the aerial photos, which I would like to hand these to you, can I give you these? Or can somebody hand them to you?
So part of the problem, you weren't present at the hearing. So this is evidence pertaining to whether there was a violation. The violation's already been proven. Because the hearing was properly served, a certified mail September 8, 2025, the property was, that's in the final orders. And so you didn't come to the hearing to say there was no violations. This isn't the time to tell me there was no violation.
Ma'am, I understand that, but we were not getting the mail. It's not a coincidence that when she called, the realtors signed. So we have a trust company.
But there was a certified, and there's a signature on it. It isn't that it was just left in a post office.
That was going to the trustee, coming with
Who
no
is
longer
listed as the
working.
owner of
The
property.
Yeah, the
law, the
trustee.
law requires to be served the owner, but how you contact the owner, that's kind of between, I mean, that's, whatever's in the public records as the owner, that's who signed
understand.
for it. And so the fact whether you communicate or not,
We
no
were
way.
not getting the mail. We've since got rid of them. It's not, City of Longwood's fault. It's not our
Okay.
fault. But we are no longer using that trustee company because they were not diligently
So tell me
sending our.
briefly about the pool. Are you saying that you purchased the property, the pool had already been filled in?
Yes, ma'am. I'm showing you aerial photos from 2017. The pool is green. And then if you look at, I don't want to go too
Show
fast.
me, you're gonna have to give it to me, I don't have, okay,
So the property with the blue pool is the neighbors, the other one is ours. But it's an aerial view map that the city and the county.
2017, the pool's there, it was green, okay.
Yeah, 2019, it's still there and it's even dirtier water. And then in 2021, you can clearly see it's filled in. There's grass growing in it. The neighbor, when we bought the house, the first thing the neighbor did, which he also filled out a paper confirming this, he walks over, very nice guy, Luis Ramirez. He is the owner of 103 Pineapple Court, right across the street.
So I think I'm getting, and I don't know that the city's gonna, you bought it and it had already been filled in.
It was already filled in.
That's still a violation. You can't have, I mean, that's, you buy the property, you buy it the way it is.
But there was no violation on it when we bought it, clear title. One thing we look for is,
We're not dealing with title issue, different issue. Title is a different issue. This is, someone noticed violation, someone reported, however it's reported, it's, the pool had been filled in. In fact, you bought it that way, the property owner's responsible, you take the property, take responsibility for what happened before, buy it with its issues.
how is that any different?
Okay, I'm
than
not
say-
gonna argue with you.
Well, I just have a question for you. I'm not trying to argue. How is that any different than from, say, you rent a single family home,
Okay.
the garage door is severely dented. The owner says you're gonna have to pay for that, and you say it was there. The neighbor says, I have it on
It
my
was
ring
different.
camera that the other person did it. They say, well, you live there now, so you have to fix the garage door because you live there. But even though you have a video.
You
then
might have the ability to go back to the prior owner and seek some kind of redress, but that's not what code enforcement does. Code enforcement isn't responsible to certify title on the property or its condition, you acquire it the way it is. That's between you and the prior property owner, if they had done something, you're now being held accountable.
So I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. I am providing you with aerial photos that the pool was filled in 2021, okay? Water 2017, water 2019, 2021 filled in grass growing. The neighbors helped them fill it in right after COVID, which matches what they said. COVID was 2020. And then in 2023, it was practically a forest in the pool. It was completely overgrown and nasty. We come by, we mow, we put some grass seeds, make it look nicer, but you're telling me that even though I'm providing you evidence that the pool was filled in, prior to us purchasing it, that it's our
I'm gonna
problem.
tell you two things. Number one,
Yes, please.
you kind of lost the right to put in proof now because you didn't show up at the last hearing, you have certified mail, so that evidence could have come in at that time, but we are listening to you in deference to your situation. And I'm telling you, yes, that is, I didn't make the law, this is the law of City of Longwood. City attorney sitting right back here, you can have that conversation, you can go to the city commission, but that is.
But she
law.
ignores the law when it
I am
suits
agreeing
her.
on the fence, I would like to, because I did hear you say something to the city, you have corrected the fence violations. My question is, were you told, you gave some evidence when you were talking to Ms. Brenna, that you were told those fines would be waived, or is there something in writing, or some evidence of that? Because that fine is stopped, because you did come into compliance, but late. So my question is, what was that, your testimony regarding that? Is that something I could consider today?
Regarding that, we were there, Ms. Barna, is it Barna?
Brown.
Brown, I'm sorry, could confirm, it's not a coincidence that we were nowhere to be found, and then from the time she called the realtor sign, we were there working within 2 days. We don't take these kind of things lightly. We wanna be compliant with the city. We fixed the fence, and to answer your question, I don't have anything in writing,
Okay.
but she just said that, hey, you took care, for one, the AC was a mistake. I realized that you guys didn't put that in, because it's in the county records that the prior owners pulled a permit 2 years ago for the new AC, because originally they thought we did that, we didn't, just.
That's correct, I did because it was overgrown, so I couldn't see the AC. So once they did come in and they cleared the entire
There's nothing else.
lot.
So that, who's Jay, is it Siegel who signed for the order,
That's our old
That's the
trustee
trust.
that was not sending us our mail.
okay,
They're-
all right, so
They're
I
gone.
hear you, so it's not that, if there was a signed signature for the proper person, got the order on October 3rd, which means you have 10 days to come into compliance. However, because I understand, I'm trying to meet you halfway here, I'm
Yeah.
prepared to eliminate the fines on the fence, because you did come into compliance, and I understand you've got some communication problem you need to work out,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna do anything with the pool permit, because it has to be fixed. But I will waive not the administrative fine, but I will waive the fine that ran from November 4th to November 20th for the $1,125. That was for the 2 fence violations, because I understand there's some delay, and I think you made a good faith effort to fix those things, but I think I'm without the ability to eliminate the other fine. You work with the city on that, if the city confers with you and they want it, if you say, look, I'm gonna go pull the permit, I'm gonna do what has to be done within a certain period of time, I might readdress at a later date.
That's fine, that's fair enough. I mean, I appreciate you trying to help us out, and we have a plan B. If you were not able to just, if I'm hearing you right, you cannot just completely vacate the pool issue. So I have a plan with the inspector that he said that if I can get the permit pulled and have a contractor do it, that he can close it out before our closing, because we're supposed to sell the property next week. There's a lovely family, they can't wait to move in, but they can't until the city clears the
Let's see if we
violation.
can do that. So if you can work that out with the city,
Yes.
they'll work with you. I'm gonna waive the fine on the fences, not the administrative cost. The administrative cost is relatively small, sir, so that administrative cost of,
53.
92, 96.
Yeah, if we can get the pool permit closed by next week, can they also waive the fee for that?
no, the administrative fee, because that's the time, very little, that administrative is come out to the property, do the inspections, all of that. So that is not an actual cost, so.
I'm
that's-
talking about the $1,500.
That you'll have to address with the city, I can't tell you, that's their recommendation, if they recommend eliminating, reducing, I will follow the recommendations, but it's not done yet, so we can't waive something that hasn't happened. When most people get something done, say, well, if I get this done by a certain period of time, that can be done.
That's what I was asking you,
When are you scheduled
if I
to
could leave
close?
here with a goal.
When are you scheduled to
get-
close on this
I
property?
think it's Wednesday next week, whatever date that is.
So I'm here till Wednesday next week, if you need me to sign something, some order, if you work something out with the city, and Ms. Brenda contacts me, the city attorney contacts me, or the, engineering department, I'm happy to sign something if needed, I'm here, so. Okay, so, but we will eliminate the fines on the fence violations, okay? We'll pay the administrative costs, and then work it out with the city on the rest, and I think they will work with you, okay?
Okay,
So
okay.
did you submit this into evidence, because we'll retain that, it's part of the record, I didn't want, you wouldn't be able to get that back if you submit it to evidence.
Well, I
You
would-
Make it demonstrative, and then I can give it back to you, but if you wanted the record, then I.
I'd like, I mean, I'd keep it if it's not gonna change anything.
No, I think, I'd rather you not walk away without your paper.
All right.
Okay, so,
Are these for me, or, yeah, this is
Yes.
all for me?
Yes, sir.
That's a copy that was packaged yesterday.
So I guess my question is, if you're thinking you're going to do this, I do an order just eliminating the one fine, and then you satisfy the city, nothing's been recorded, nothing's recorded, so nothing's in the public, it shouldn't be recorded as a certified copy, it shouldn't be a lien against the property or anything.
There is not a lien.
If you need me to sign something, give me whatever it is you need me to sign, but I'll eliminate the fines and fences in my order. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. I wish you happy holiday, good luck with selling the property.
Oh,
Okay?
thank you, you too, thank you. Yeah,
Okay. Any new business?
No, ma'am.
Okay, at this time we will adjourn.
Special magistrate hearing adjourned at 10:11 hours.
Just a minute between. We're changing personnel.
Might be using this table.
Oh, you're gonna use this one?
Yeah,
Alright.
probably will.
Yeah, we exchanged emails, yes. I'm Ben from Magistrate.
I appreciate you being so prompt with getting that record over to the clerk.
No problem.
Received this morning, I'm gonna take that with me.
Yeah, it was saying that the file is too large to be accepted or sent, so I added
But this
a
is
link.
everything in here, so I have to, okay, I appreciate
added
that.
the link in there to see.
Thank you, yeah.
Okay.
Just take a minute here to shift personnel.
Can you hear me okay?
Let me know when you're ready to send the same. going to commence trespass appeal hearing. This is am I pronouncing your last name correct? Cooker, okay. Zachary Cooker. My name is Amy Goodblat, Special Magistrate for Trespass Appeal Warnings. I was in receipt yesterday afternoon, about 3:15 in the afternoon, of a motion for continuance of today's hearing by Mr. Cooker. That's in front of me. That would be the first matter we address this morning. You still want to proceed on that motion for continuance?
Yes.
Okay. So would you like to tell me the basis for your continuance? I have a written document in the record. It's up to you if you want to go through it.
Yeah, for the record, just wanted to get this continuance granted for the fact that new evidence has come to light, as well as I need to subpoena some key witnesses that work for the city.
How much time do you need, sir, to gather your evidence and subpoena witnesses?
I'd say about a month.
And I think I responded to you. I was in a hearing when you emailed. Your email was very late for the continuance, so I couldn't issue another order. And I'm going to ask the city's input. But there's a 60-day window in the ordinance for when your matter can be heard. And I asked you if I grant your motion for continuance, would you waive that 60-day appeal, because it will be past the 60 days which you're entitled to have your appeal heard.
Yes, you made that clear in the email, and I'm prepared to accept those terms.
Okay, and I don't have a specific date for you here today for the reasons I articulated in my email. I don't know when that will be. The city would have to generate a date for you. I'm checking base calendars. I don't know what that's going to look like. So
That's fine.
Okay. All right. I want to hear from the city and their response to your motion for continuance, please. I know you also responded to me as well shortly after getting that motion, but I wanted to the city's response.
Good morning, Dan Langley, City Attorney. So the city opposes the motion for continuance. This is actually the second motion for continuance. You granted one before it to reschedule it to this date, and the prior continuance was based on a scheduled engagement. This hearing's been scheduled for quite some time. There's been no attempt to work with me in getting witnesses. There still has been no statement by the appellant as to what witnesses he's asking to be called. How do we not know that I could actually produce these witnesses this morning? Also, there's nothing in the ordinance that allows a continuance of the hearing past 60 days. The city's not consenting to it. We can make available this morning the officers that were involved in the trespass warning and the records specialist that was there that day. If there's any other witnesses that they're asking to call from the city, they're not relevant, and we're not producing them. And so there's still been no statement as to what witnesses we're talking about. And so I think there should be at least a statement as to what the expectation is for this continuance. Furthermore, 30 days is not enough time. If we do continue this, we still have to engage with the magistrate. We don't know what the magistrate's schedule is going to be. We don't know what the schedule of the officer is going to be, my schedule. So if he's waiving the 60 days, there's no guarantee there will be a hearing anytime, period. I don't know when it could be. It could be 6 months from now. It could be 4 months from now. But I'm not seeing anything in the ordinance that requires the city to produce evidence or witnesses for the appellant. But as I did in a prior hearing, I cooperated and produced a witness the day of the hearing, even though it wasn't even requested. So we are trying to be reasonable here, but we're not consenting to producing any witness that's being requested, especially if they have no relevance to the issues. Thank you.
I'm going to let Mr. Cooker respond to your, if you have a list of witnesses maybe that might, or you know who you would call, or whether you'd be satisfied with calling the individuals identified by the city attorney that he would make available today, or if you still need additional time.
Yeah, I wanted to say for the record, the city has been taking down the signage about video and audio recording all around the city, except for the city hall. As you've been, as I'm sure you're probably aware, the utilities building right here next door, I think the community center and possibly some other city buildings here in Longwood had the signage up, and all of a sudden they've been taken down. I think this is very relevant. The answer to the question of why they've done that is definitely relevant to all this. That's part of the evidence that's come to light.
You would
that I'd
have
like to bring up.
witnesses who would testify to that, is that what you're testifying?
That's, well, it has something to do with it without getting into the weeds on that, but, to answer your question though, that was the reason why, but one of the reasons why, but the witnesses that I'd like to, from the city that I'd like to subpoena would be the city attorney Donovan Roper, David Dowda, the chief, Michael April, if I'm saying that correctly, and, William Watts.
And as I stated, we would not provide those witnesses.
Today, obviously not today.
Well, certainly not today, and Donovan Roper is not the city attorney. Donovan Roper is, he's a general counsel for public risk management, and his firm occasionally provides insurance
We're
defense.
looking at the city attorney, so Mr. Langley is the city attorney for the city of Longwood.
Well, the reason for that is because Roper, or Attorney Roper, at the time of the ordinance was put together.
I don't, why you wanna call him is fine, I just wanted, I'd let you know he's not the city attorney if you're gonna subpoena him in that.
Oh,
capacity.
yeah, that, I know, I'm aware he's not.
So, sir, I guess what
clearly, he's-
the prior, this is your second continuance, but the prior continuance is because we set a hearing and you had a schedule conflict for that date, and you asked me to move to this date. I don't think that was you asking for continuance because it was an extended period of time. We said it rather quickly, so for the record, I wouldn't count that as, it's not as if it was scheduled the day before you did what happened this time. But it could be some time, so there is gonna be a new special magistrate for trespass appeals after January 1. So I do want to hear half your case and stop because I'm not gonna be able to conclude it. So you're gonna have to give some city some latitude in terms of time, so you have to state on the record. I don't know that it'll be 6 months, but they have not engaged a new special magistrate for trespass appeals, so as long as you're open to, I'm not, it's not gonna go a year. I mean, I heard the city say it could take 6 months, hopefully sooner, but whoever is engaged, time that we would coordinate with you as we have in the past. So we would coordinate with you if I do that, so you'd have to stipulate for me that if you want that courtesy and extension of time, that not only is the 60 days waive, but that you be flexible up to 66 months in terms of time from today's date, so that we don't have any issues.
I think
I
that's
think it might
reasonable.
be sooner, but I can't give you that, you know, I just don't know, it's not me, so I can tell you my count, I don't know what the situation will be.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable, I can agree to that.
So it's gonna be my finding over the objection of the city that this matter is going to be continued. You will receive a hearing time from the city. And for the record that the appellant has waived the 60-day entitlement to be heard on the trespass appeal. The trespass, the warrant will still remain in effect. We're not vacating it, it's still in effect until such time as something else happens or doesn't happen within that period of time. So nothing changes procedurally. And I would note for the record, this is the second request for continuance. I would recommend you do whatever you have to do. So you don't have to ask for a third one, because I would imagine it would not be well received by whoever's then serving capacity as special magistrate.
Understood.
Thank you. That's going to conclude my findings. I will send an order out to that effect.
I appreciate that. Could I ask a question, one last question, somewhat related? So I just want to state it for the record, since you're leaving and somebody else is going to step into the position at a later time, I just wanted to ask for the record, have you or Mr. Langley been in any ex parte communication since the ordinance has been effective?
I'm not answering any questions today.
I just thought I'd ask for the record, that's all. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that'll conclude my findings today. You'll get a copy of my order by email, correct? So you'll get my order. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, you got that back to me quick. Thank you so much for posting that.
Okay.
I really appreciate
Make sure that, it's good, like,
Can you believe that, guys? Sounds like the magistrate's been in some ex parte communication. These fucking people. Yeah, I'm still alive. All right, hold on, here we go.
All right, so recap is we got what we wanted. I got the continuance granted by Ms. Goodblat. I did want to throw in that question at the end because I think there's been some monkey business behind the scenes, and so that answer that she gave us kind of tells me there's definitely some corruption there, some things going on that probably shouldn't. And I want to thank Potion here for helping me, prepare. There's some other evidences coming to light, and so definitely needed to put some other stuff together because our whole purpose is to promote transparency and accountability within our government. So we just want to make sure that we have everything that we need for that. And another reason why I wanted to get this continuance is because Miss Goodblat has been doing this the last 2 hearings. One with Mr. Rice over here.
Yes.
And then yours truly holding the camera here. And they got both of their trespass appeal hearings denied.
Well, he hasn't gotten a ruling yet.
It's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, who knows that you have a compelling argument, in my opinion.
Let's reserve. Okay, I'll reserve that statement we'll give it another day or 2, and then I can make that statement.
I believe she stated in my case that she would review it.
Gives 5
reviewing
days.
it on Monday.
Yeah, so you'll have a verdict by Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah.
She allowed me until 5 p.m. today to submit any substantial constitutionality, which she denied Mr. Foshin that.
No. I was able to submit all of it.
Afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards.
But during the proceeding, she said no, but she emailed me under the limey saying yes, I could present it to my best of knowledge during that. So, but either way, there's some shenanigans going on.
Well, a lot of you have seen this is a public services hearing here at this
Epic hearing.
at this commission chambers. Yeah, it was pretty epic. It got, what is it at now? Like almost 250,000.
It's over 200. I'm so happy.
Very compelling arguments made by Foshin here, and it still got denied. So I have every expectation that mine will get denied as well. At least under Miss Goodblat. At least we have a better chance, I think, with someone who's coming to replace her. She's retiring from this position as magistrate. And it's going to be replaced.
I don't even think she's retiring as the magistrate. I think she's just retiring as the magistrate for trespass hearings. I think she's still going to do ordinance, like code enforcement.
Yeah.
That's actually significant, don't you think?
I think so, yeah.
Like you're saying, I'm only not going to do this thing. I don't want to be in the public spotlight where I'm violating people's rights right out there in the open. Longwood, I can only carry your water so much. Sorry, go ahead.
That every time you have asked questions in my review of your live streaming of it, and in mine, she has this dumbfounded look on her face when we ask a question like she doesn't know what the hell.
Yeah, we talk about the
answer.
press and well, huh?
If you look up her background, she is a bankruptcy and a family lawyer attorney.
Yep.
What has that got to do with civil rights, constitutionality, or anything?
Not a goddamn
in
thing.
regards to, this. And with the new law, Barnes versus Felix, now the totality of the entire circumstance, which relates to why you were there. Were you there for public business or just to antagonize an officer?
Yeah, and it's obvious.
We were all there doing legal business during legal hours and
In a public place.
in a mannerism, as shown in my video, that I was polite.
Well, there's multiple layers of business that each of us are doing when we go in there and do what we do. So number one, we're in there observing our government, of course, their official duties. We're exercising our right to freedom of press as citizen journalists, and we're there to submit public records, which is also our right. It doesn't get any more down to business than that, right?
Which is also our privacy. And both Chief Dowda and Deputy Chief April both said, well, if somebody wants to come in and report a rape, all of a sudden their privacy is more important than the privacies.
Yeah, and their rights are more important.
Yeah, than the person who was already in there conducting legal time, place, and mannerism of their business. Now their privacy is no longer valid because somebody else comes in claiming something. And it just shows the blatant disregard for the public in general.
Yep.
And the Constitution and their civil rights. The First, the Fourth, the Sixth, the 14th Amendments are some of them that can be applied to this. I am grateful that I have met you.
Likewise, Mark. I appreciate you standing up.
Yeah, it is.
It's important.
It's been,
Thank you for taking a look at that. All
that's
right.
just brief. I mean, their packet is probably 150 pages long, and that was condensed. I was up until 4:30 this morning condensing and pulling facts out and rebuttaling his remarks and even his state that somebody, and they've denied both of us the right to know who created this legal document, which as the public we are allowed to know that, and she has adamantly denied that it has no relevancy to this. Well, she keeps claiming that Chief Dowda and Assistant Chief Deputy April,
The guys that have no legal expertise.
so somebody
It was Roper.
legal,
It was Roper, and you see what she tried to do there? Well, didn't you hear the city attorney? He said he doesn't work for the city.
Yeah.
Well, he's the motherfucker that drafted this bullshit.
and I asked that in my discovery, and they denied it. They stated it was irrelevant, and as she said, they stated it is irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. That's the legal expert who created this and gave it to Chief Dowda to present. Chief Dowda, actually stated in his comment that he only upholds the U.S. Constitution, the Florida Constitution, and the city ordinances and codes.
Well, we know he doesn't do
Say
that.
anything about representing the Florida statutes at all. Apparently he didn't take an oath to uphold the law.
He's a communist.
So this is what we get when we don't pay attention to our government.
Damn right.
It becomes a police state and not a state of government by the people, for the people, and other people.
Well said, Mark.
So I appreciate you all listening, and I know I'm short-breathed and long-winded. You have to be in order to get your message.
Thanks for coming out here again.
Yeah, for sure.
My main thing was that for you.
I'm going to walk to the PD and see if I can catch somebody.
Okay.
All right? You want to walk over there?
I was gonna ask y'all for lunch or something, but getting to the point. And I'd like to get in touch with the TAC program that you got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. On that.
We'll be in touch.
I think it's tacnow.com.
Yeah.
We went
well,
through that for a
yeah.
while. I don't remember, though.
Rolls off the tongue a little better.
Tacnow.com, I guess. So maybe I'm
Let me see if
too early with the with that. He's trespassing in a restricted area. Did you guys see that? Did you see Liberty Troll over there? He was trespassing in a restricted area. Dave, come over here and get him. Come over here and get him, Dave.
So when we were trespassed, was it just from the lobby?
Yeah, just from the lobby. Who's that hiding back there? You guys see that guy hiding? See him hiding over there? You see him, don't you, Liberty Troll? Did you see him skulking over there?
No, I didn't.
Liberty Troll missed him, but I saw him. I saw him. Chief's not here.
Is that his truck?
No. He drives an F-150. He drives the same car that Watts drives. William Watts, the city manager. I don't know if one of these Chevys is a Prius or what. Back here at Waste Management. Solid waste facility. Looks like Brian's gone. There he is.
Is that Chief Dowda's car?
That is Chief Dowda's car. They let him take it home every night. That was funny, bro.
We're a good one every now, man.
Hey.
What was the, remember the trainer? He trains, remember the...
I thought it was him for a second.
Well, he reminded me a little bit, but what was his name? Do you remember?
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like that.
No, I can't remember what his name was. He was bad, bro.
He was a trainer of some sort.
Well, I mean, that's why we get what we're getting, right? We get what we're getting. This guy is over here on the phone trying to convince somebody else to come back to the blue line. I'm not sure if you guys overheard that or not. He was saying, oh, well, are you going to come back to the force or to be a police officer or something like that? Not necessarily. Well, who knows? He probably wants him here.
You should have told him you're available.
What's that? Well, I would interrupt him, but I'm typically not that rude. Yeah, it'd be interference. All right, well, there's the guy that was hiding everybody, but he's on the phone. He's on the phone with one of his Blue Line gangbanger buddies. Now, I was having this conversation with Zach last night, everybody. And I was saying, hey, Zach, after we leave Longwood, or after we leave your hearing this morning, why don't we head over to the elementary school and hold up signs that say, fuck Longwood police? And what did you say? I don't want to do that because I love the police?
No, I'm not one of those FTP guys. I'm trying to bridge the gap between law enforcement and we the people.
So are you saying that I'm not by my behavior towards Longwood?
That's just not my style, not one of my tactics.
Not your tactics?
I support you doing it though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, good. I appreciate that. I don't know if it would sway me.
You have my permission, sir.
I don't know if it would sway me in my because, you know, for the most part, and even I had a conversation right here, guys. He was in this very parking spot, Officer Mims.
I've heard that name before.
Yesterday or the day before, and it was a great conversation. It was very revealing, but I want to bridge the gap too. It's just that, you know, you can see the type of person that is open to that, right? The type, like Dowda he's not open to bridging the gap. He wants to widen the gap. April, while to your face, he will pretend as if he wants to, bridge the gap. He does not want to bridge the gap either, and you could see that from the treatment of Mark Rice in the lobby when he got trespassed. And then there's the trainer that we met who was just total dog shit. And then there's Bryant, who abuses the community, yells at old women, beats little girls, tries to get fake charges against members, Longwood residents. Tries to get fake charges against Longwood residents. These are the people that he purportedly serves. It's gross.
It's not Longwood, it's Wrongwood.
Yeah, I have to change the title after Eyes on Margate pointed that out. That you spelt Longwood wrong. It is Wrongwood. And then we got commissioners like Commissioner Morgan, the WWE wrestler, who got all butthurt and offended that I didn't post up a video quick enough of him not only making a good faith effort, but actually knowing the First Amendment. Out of one side of his mouth, he'll say, "I love what you guys do and what you're doing and the utility of what you do," and then out of the next side of his mouth, when he gets in front of the city commission, he says, "Oh, well, Dave, you know what? I didn't think about that. I see your point, Dave, that people deserve privacy in places that aren't private. So I'm going to get behind this. I'm going to stomp all over your rights. Fuck you." So, you lose some respect with the citizenry when you are a two-faced prick. What's up?
So, if you want to show your viewers this door right here, this is the, what building is this? This is the community development.
Yeah, community development. I can do this in the video that's not 4 hours, right?
I have a picture on my phone that shows the decal that I mentioned to the magistrate here today.
Well, shit, you can even see it. You can still see the outline of it on the door here, but that's where it was. The sign that said no audio or video recording, and they've taken it down. Well, it's not. I went in here the other day. I actually talked to the city planner. She came out and confirmed.
Is there a special occasion today?
Hi, can I help you?
Hey,
Is it possible for us all to get a little popcorn, or is it?
Sure, I can go pop you up a bag right now.
Oh, dang. No, that's okay. Now that you'll actually do it. Thank you.
Just a quick question. I went to the utilities building right over here, and I asked someone the same question I'm going to ask you. They didn't know, so I'm just going to ask you real quick. There used to be decal over there, just like you guys had on this door right here about no recording, audio, video, that kind of thing. Do you know that was about a month ago it was taken down, and like why or who took it down?
I don't know, sir, because I utilize the back door, so I never hit through the front door. Someone else.
Yeah, it was the city's decision to take it off.
Okay.
We were just.
Did you guys get an email about that, or can I make a public records request?
Sure, we can take down your name and number and whatever we can.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know if you got an email about it?
We did not get an email. If you could just give me your name and number and how you would like to receive the email,
My name is Phocion, Phocion.
PHOCION.
You can email me at thisisapublicservice@gmail.com. Did you say you were the city planner?
I am, yes, sir, I'm the senior planner.
So it's your office back there in the corner?
Yes.
I noticed because we've been talking about it. So is it your office? Are you guys responsible for putting up all of the sign, like that? There's a ordinance sign that says $250 fine, code 750. I think that's the one that goes under like a handicap sign. Is is this the department that would handle putting, like, all of that has to be listed somewhere, like that one, you need to notify the public, right, that's a ordinance violation.
So what happens is that when most people do like a site plan new development,
Mhm.
so they'll come in and they'll submit plans, and every city has an ordinance for handicap. They all have to have an ordinance for the handicap. So ours is 750, ordinance number 750, and that's when we would catch it and say, hey.
So do you have to have those signs on, like, is the sign as necessary as Anything now?
Yeah. Now the audio's on.
What the fuck? So I wonder when we lost that. 116 people still hung around for
So
for
guys,
me to figure
at
that
what
out.
point did Foshin lose audio? Like, what was the last thing that was being said?
You guys missed that whole inside conversation. That'd be a shame if you did, because that was revealing also. All right, well, actually, why don't I safely get into the bait car before I sign off. Get me to the car for safety, for my safety.
It's not
Are
as
you
important. It's
parked
not
over here?
wait, hold on. Your safety is not as important as our heroes that chose a job to support and defend the thin blue line, who have no obligation to actually protect you physically, by the way, and usually don't.
Well, never me. Anyway, okay, so I came out of there, and Liberty Troll was telling me a story about he had to step out of there because he got a call from a detective from Orange County.
Orange County Sheriff's Office named Detective Santos. He's been trying to reach me for the last day or so, and finally, after all this playing phone tag, we can go now. After playing phone tag, finally just answered the call when Foshin was inside the community center here in Longwood. I stepped outside to talk to Detective Santos, and it was regarding that incident that some of you probably saw that took place at Publix, Publix grocery store in Orlando, Florida. And I was assaulted by a Publix employee who works in facilities.
That sounds like an expensive thing to do.
Right, and what happened was I was recording with my phone. He didn't like it, so he you know how people do. They insert themselves into your business. When you're not even paying them any mind or attention. This guy inserted himself and, hey, look at me, no, don't look at me. After I turned my attention to him. Anyway, he assaults me by, so in the state of Florida, if I were to threaten to do something to, say, Foshin's phone right here, like, don't record me, and then I walk up.
Fuck you, buddy.
And then I say, I'm going to destroy your property, and then actually walk up to your property and you, like inches from your face, aggressively. Common sense says that's assault. In the state of Florida, that meets the elements of assault as far as I'm concerned, because you're walking up to somebody aggressively, you have the capability to do harm to somebody after you just stated intent to do harm to them or their property. Again, your property is an extension of yourself, at least in the state of Florida. So that meets the elements of assault.
I feel like this is going somewhere that I'm not gonna like.
Detective Santos told me that he doesn't believe it means
Oh.
assault, of course, right? And he says he's going to go ahead and close the case.
Wow.
So that's with Orange County Sheriff's Office. Now I'm still in contact with Publix behind the scenes to figure out a resolution.
Maybe if you could just contrast that with the what agency handled what happened the other day. The thing that you posted this morning. What agency?
Oh, that was Orange County, or not Orange County. That was Merritt Island, Brevard County.
Brevard County. So contrast that with how Brevard County treats situations like that.
Well, Brevard County, at least with my experience, they took it seriously. They arrested the guy on one felony charge and a misdemeanor charge after I was, the guy who came after me, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That was the 3rd-degree felony, and then he got a 1st-degree misdemeanor and assault because he threw a drink at me.
Yeah, so in this situation, you didn't even get touched by the person. See, I'm not minimizing it at all. If anything, it's just as bad. But he threw something at you and then came at you with a baseball bat or whatever. But in the Orange County instance, you are actually face to face. You're probably. He's got to be close enough to touch you, right?
Yeah, like where your phone is to your face. That's about how close the Publix employee got to me.
Yeah,
That
so
was an assault. When he said he was gonna smash my phone or
so he threatens to do it.
my phone away or something.
He threatens to do it, and then he does it, but that's not a crime. Thank you, Orange County deputies. We love you so much. You know what, guys? I'm wrong. I'm not one of those guys that says, fuck the bad cops anymore. Back the blue.
All right.
Shut up and back the blue, bro.
Should we go to Daytona next?
Is that where we're going? Daytona?
Yes.
What's up in Daytona?
Well, when you end the live, we can talk. I was actually added a couple ideas around here first, and then we can start heading up towards.
Oh, geez, I gotta get off. He's not gonna let me hang out with you guys. He's being a stick in the mud.
Do what you want.
He's being you could have rode with me all the way to Daytona, I guess. Who knows? All right, I appreciate everybody coming here. Moral, that ain't good. Moral of the story: Liberty Troll got a continuance in his trespass appeal hearing. Dan Langley seems to think that he's going to be able to delay this for another 6 months, but as soon as somebody else gets trespassed, they only have 30 days to get the trespass appeal rolling. So unless they think that nobody's going to come into there trying to exercise their rights, maybe he could get away with yanking him around for 6 more months. But come on, Dan. It's all coming undone. It's all coming down around you, Dan. You and Dave. Maybe you and Dave should get together. Maybe send an email to the commissioners or give them a call on the phone and say, hey, guys, hey, maybe let's scale this tyranny back a touch, huh? We'll scale this back, and maybe we will let people film in the public lobby. Fucking tyrants. All right. This is a public service.
Liberty Troll.
Truth, trigger, troll. You're supposed to say your deal. Like, that was your opportunity. No, we don't do that.
And then you say troll.
We don't. We definitely don't do that. This is a public service. Dong, dong, dong.
Trigger, troll.